Hello. All right.
Yay!
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, fitness friends. Hi. Getting right to it. You know what an expression I hate is without further ado. That's ado. That's further ado. Like you saying that without further, like you could have just started. So without further ado, shut up. No, just introduce the guy or whatever your thing is.
Really? I like it.
You like without. All right, maybe the first person to ever say it. Cool. Like, oh, you already did, and then he just went, yeah, without saying more shit. He said the thing. It's good. But then like other people copied. I learned the expression, the root of the expression Dr. Livingston, I presume.
What's that from?
A British explorer, he was like a missionary and explorer and colonizer in Africa. And he'd been like lost, and his right-hand man was looking for him. He was presumed dead, and the guy finally found him after like, weeks and months or whatever of searching. And when he did, he said, Dr. Livingston, I presume.
Okay, I just thought that was written in some type of a play or something.
See what I did? Band belt. See, I got that like sacrumish area, right on the pelvis. And I looped the other one through. See. Okay, now I step on it, or in it. One foot goes in there. The other foot goes in there. Why did that take me so long? I meant to, because I was doing that model.
Back up for you instant. Or turn it off. One or the other.
So this is a thing now that I'm going to do for a minute. I'm going to be marching in place. One of these days I'll pick up another one of these. I could loop another one of those through there. That would do the trick. This whole apartment is bands.
I'll make it decorative. But don't test me. Don't challenge me, Sean. You know I love a good DIY.
They make bands that are this material. So this stuff. This is what I use for this is my heaviest mini band, right? It's fabric. And they make these out of that. Some people like them because it doesn't chafe and pinch, and the price is not much different. Do they work? I don't know. I have not experimented myself. I have read some reviews, but like not from like big old meatheads yet, so I don't know if you can go really heavy. But yeah, if you see them, yeah, sure, buy one. Worst case scenario, you got an extra. You can do that. You can do what Alice did. See what she's doing?
I've been doing marches for so long.
Show them.
You gave a monologue.
Show them.
Hey, no way. She's behind my foot, stepping on it. No, you have to keep going.
I needed to breathe.
Yeah,
It's tiring. I want to do a few more.
Okay. All right. You step on it with one, over the heel of the other foot. That's it. I've done it 1,000 times.
Now she's got it over the heel. You can get it over the ankle. The annoying thing is it rolls up the foot as you curl up the shank.
Okay. How you doing? I still didn't get to your glasses. Okay, right after this, I will do it immediately.
Oh, on your plate.
You have to file their taxes. It was someone else's job. The due date is near. I did it last night. It's fine. Love you. I'll do your glasses. I'll do them. Because look, we have your old pair. I just need to match.
That's right.
So.
Here, buddy.
Great.
Now my hips is all juicy. Yeah, hold up.
Like using those words, I'm just not a huge fan for body parts.
Let's just get those hips nice and juicy, and then we can start. It's true.
It's just not.
I mean, I didn't say moist.
There's like yoga teachers use those words. Oh, it's the juicy one. I'm like, all right, it's like fine. It's just not my favorite. So tell me more, Sean.
Well, that's all. That's all I got. So it's hammy day. I mean, it's leg day, but subheading hammy day. So we're doing a lot of deadlifty type stuff, and then it's a nice little treat. We're gonna induce vomiting by lying over the couch and doing those back extensions, the Roman chair. Back extension. Well, it's a little like
nausea.
like the arm of the chair. I mean, the couch is right on our tum-tum, so it's a little unpleasant.
I like it.
Oh yeah, they're good. It's good exercise. I miss the one in the gym. It's just collecting dust right now, like most gym equipment. Okay, so she did a few leg curls, so I'm gonna do a few leg curls. I don't know if my feet are in the frame, but it's this one where I put my, I keep my left planted on it. My right is now through the band, and now I bend my knee to do leg curls. Just waking up the hammy. Which band is appropriate for this one? Probably a little heavier than this. I still have the light band that I was doing for the marches. I like the marches with light because at the beginning of the workout, because it's more meant to be a nice long high rep warm-up. You want to get the hip flexors tired. You don't want to kill them.
True that.
How you doing over there?
Great.
Seeing as we're going to do a bunch of hamstring curls, hamstring work, we want to do a lot of these light curls to really warm them up. All right, you made it. Did you feel a good burn in your bum?
Yep.
Burning bum.
Yep.
All right. After this, we're going to do lateral walks.
Okay.
I'm grabbing the light band. That one was extra light. Who dat? Lara.
Hi, Lara.
Glute minimus exercises. Right there. We'll do a glute minimus exercise. Wait, minutes.
Oh, we're doing that?
No, I'm doing a glute min.
Oh.
That's glute
Don't
min.
the lateral walks also get it?
A little bit.
Big for me.
But not glute med, glute min. Glute min is an internal rotator. But yeah, we're gonna do lateral walks now. Abduction. The old GM. The glute max? No, the glute min.
Okay, so what's external rotation?
Moving the foot. Going.
I know. What does that in your butt?
Glute med.
Okay. So dancers, when they have the insert here, right? Like it goes because they turn in, and their butts like don't have like a full butt. It's like carved out right there. You know what I'm talking about? What shape butt? Where do they work at? Is that either working things?
Well, yeah, they stand in turnout all the time, right?
Right, but then even when they're not in turnout, they like have divots
All right,
that go
so
in.
when you are standing in a turnout, you've actually shortened glute medius. And well, all of those. There's not like just one muscle that rotates your hip, a bunch of them
Right.
contribute.
I'm looking for what's the muscle that concaves it.
No. I know what you're describing, but when you're in a turnout and you just do a squat, you're not necessarily working those muscles because they're not being loaded in that direction.
Right.
So if you push your knees apart with a band there, then they're working. But just standing here, that's like people doing this thing, thinking they're working their biceps. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's not a question, but cool.
I'm just saying, like, they're not, like, hanging out in ballet class isn't producing that, I don't think. If that's your That's
Okay,
your
I'll show
theory.
you a picture and I'm gonna ask you, what muscle is that?
I
That's
think,
what
I think it's mainly like the glute max is shaped like that. It goes forward. And I think it's just a question
And
of
it's on the side. This is definitely on the side. I'm just curious. If
Yeah.
you don't know it, it's okay.
yeah, and the glute max goes like this. It doesn't like,
Okay.
and there's other stuff that
Got
fills in that space.
Okay, so then dancers are really working their glute max, so they make it that type of shape versus what the shape that like women who don't dance, what the shape of their hips and butt are. Like bodybuilders don't have that. Like even physique models don't have that contour of a dancer. So that's what I'm curious about. That's all I'm curious about.
I think that's enough lat walks.
Yeah, got bored of that.
All right. Let's go right into a Zercher. So, check it out. I'm gonna put this on my forearms, and then I'm gonna do a good morning looking movement. So, from here, see that hinge where I let my knee bend a little bit, like a Romanian, but I'm gonna be folding the band in the crook of my arm like that. Yeah, Al's gonna use the blue one there. Make sense? Zercher. Zercher. Now, the issue with this is it's terribly unpleasant on the arms. So for set number 2, I'm going to add more support. 4 more. All right. Everybody take a break. Just chill. So Alice did the loopity-doop around the feet.
Yeah, that's why I have to do a few extra because to get a little longer to set up.
I'm going to do that potentially. Well, I don't know. What I'm thinking is I'm going to try that nasty monster band.
I think that's
This
rice.
Yeah. Right, Stu. Work them flapjacks. All right, how'd you do?
Wow.
All right.
How'd you do?
Well, I did all right, but I didn't decide what to cushion my arms with. Am I going to put on my sweatshirt? But I feel like that's how much cushioning I want. All right, I feel recovered. Do y'all feel recovered?
Yeah. So, go for the judge.
Yeah, go for the judge. Okay. The good news is the fatter the band, the less it might pinch, but I'm still going to do this. Make sense? Zerchers. Zerchers. Fun. Oh, put my shoes on. That is excruciating on my poor little feetsies. There. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. You know, bands on the feet. It's just not fun. That's why they invented shoes, actually. Before this, people just suffered with the latex cutting into their feet. And some guy was like, hey, wait, what if we protected the feet? Some kind of, I guess it would be a type of clothing. All right. Oh, that's much better. Yes, that's very heavy.
Good job. Yeah. Well done.
I feel in my tummy.
Good job.
Thanks. How'd you do? Did you feel that in your tummy?
No.
Oh, you're doing it wrong. Just kidding.
I felt it along my spine and my legs.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, I did a drop set.
Would you start with the green, move to the blue?
I did a pause set.
Pause it.
Sorry.
Start with green, pause. Continue with green. Pause. Just chill. We'll do another.
Great. Love it.
Speaking of this bad boy, I'm gonna add it to this set.
Ooh.
You wanna do something similar?
Press my legs out.
You already have. Well, let's see. Let's maybe do it without taking that off.
Sure. From the top. Should I go from the top?
Yeah, you could have done that, yeah.
So just around your upper.
Yeah. Don't go too high, as the work will be too light.
Alright. Do-do. Oh, almost ready.
Yeah, that's hard. I was thinking of holding the kettlebell as well, but like, why? It's just, it would be too awkward. Ugh. All right, so once again, I should really just use a pillow instead of my shirt because it's uneven, but what are you gonna do? Next pandemic, I'll have it all figured out. It's too easy for myself. That's hard. It's really hard.
Good job.
Let's trade.
Okay.
You do one with the blue, I'll do one with the green.
Really?
Yeah, the judge for me, the blue for you. Okay. El Monstro. You gotta write that on there.
El Monstro.
That's the judge, that's El Monstro.
Alright. I'll let you keep your sweatshirt. Alright.
That makes you tougher than me.
It is what it is.
I'm all jacked up now. Like a Ferrari with a dent. All right, like
Are you going cars?
a used Civic with a dent. Like a Buick Skylark with a dent. Ugh. Need so many things.
Are you gonna wrap that band around your toesies? Because I did it, or because you wanted to do it?
It's both.
Should I wrap the judge around my toesies?
That's El Monstro.
El Monstro around my toesies?
Nah. Barely liftable. Ugh.
I like to wrap around my toesies.
Because of the pain.
Yeah, because like it's hard, but it doesn't get hard until.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. I told you to get taller.
I have no idea how many years I really wanted. Really wished I would have been taller.
Yeah, wait, that was dumb. I hear that.
Oh, it's too much. Alright, we're just gonna do these.
All right, last set of this malarkey.
Let's do it. So much malarkey.
It is probably a newish rug. And no, you cannot use your cat instead of a towel. Because they don't like water. But you can use one instead of a sweatshirt to cushion your arms. That's what your question was. Do your cats like to get picked up? And if so, what kind of cat call should I use?
Are you pleased with that joke?
Look. Okay. Shoozies can come
You
on.
refused to meet Ayla yesterday?
Busy.
Wait, invite us. We want to come meet Ayla. Oh, you're working?
Somebody's got to pay the rent around here.
We want to come meet Ayla. And we want to see Stu change a diaper. 2 things that we want to
And change his own, hopefully. before
change
we-
his own. And then we don't want to see him do that.
We don't want to watch. We just want to know that he's doing it.
Okay, what are we doing now?
Where are the yoga blocks?
Right in that little nook.
Oh, they're in the nook. King deadlifts, king deadlifts, king deadlifts.
Great. You need this band?
No.
Okay, let's get into it too. Cool.
All right. So whatever height you so desire. I feel like Insta is too. Oh no, they can see. They can see fine. Block. So I got this yoga block down here. I'm gonna do a king deadlift. Okay. The Zerchers were a nice hard thing to start with. Now we're gonna do some volume. So I'm bringing my knee down to the yoga block. So that's no weight. I'm going to try to add weight. I'm going to try to do this backloaded like that. If that is too challenging for you to get that low, pick something higher. Pick like 2 solid couch cushions, maybe 3. Like it doesn't have to be deep. Like just going to there is plenty. Ready?
Yeah.
I'm still out of breath from them damn Zerchers. Those are hard. Okay, so you see how I have the band? I'm going upper back, kind of along the shoulder there. Yeah, much like Alice.
Shawl.
Yeah, it's like a shawl. Shawl squats. So now I get it in. Try to get it under my foot. Okay, now my goal is to tap my left knee on the yoga block. If you're really advanced, you go all the way to the damn floor. 1. 2. Give me a very pronounced forward lean. 3. Now you're trying not to touch your back foot at all, but if you find either your balance is going or you just need a slight mini assist to get back out of the bottom, maybe just tap the top part of the foot. So have the sole of your foot face the ceiling. Oh, don't do that. Don't attack the block. Not a movie. For me, this is a little more quaddy than hammy, even though it's hammy day, but you know, it doesn't make me a bad person. Other things do. Zero more reps for me.
Okay, that's the last one.
Good work, fitness friend.
It's great to answer. Yeah. It became much easier when I realized where your block was compared to where mine was, and then it was helpful.
What is yours like behind you?
Yeah, as a hind, I was thinking about it like a back lunge, whatever you call
Yeah.
that session. And so then once I brought it forward, I was like, oh, it's great. It was such a different exercise, and it wore me out. All right. band, under, ball, over, foot.
You like the ball, eh? I like the arch. Oh, this is going to be much harder. Ugh.
So once I find where it could be. Shite. Okay.
I'm much more not good on this side. Ugh. I kind of have to give myself, on some reps, a teeny little tap at the bottom. Ugh. Like a ketchup bottle. Sometimes you just got to give it a little smack on the bottom. Ugh.
Oh my gosh.
One more.
Good job.
Ish.
Maybe one more. Takes me a little bit to find the groove, find the placement.
Pindips are weird. I like them much better with a heel elevation. But over quarantine, I've been trying to work on that. So
Yeah, I like them. I'm just figuring out.
that's set number 2. I will put those shoes on for the heel elevation.
Great.
That's the funny thing about like shoe companies. They're kind of over a barrel because on one hand, they're like, okay, let's get on board this minimal, fad. But by doing so, they're kind of acknowledging that you don't need all the crap in their other shoes. So some of them like do it, but don't commit. So like if you look at this New Balance Minimus, there is a bit of a higher heel compared to the front. See that? And it does have some arch support in there. So even though they're calling it Minimus, it's not that minimal. However, compared to their other stuff, it is. So for that reason, I actually think these aren't the worst idea if you're trying to transition to going more minimal. Case in point, I kind of want just a slight heel lift for this next set. So I'm going to put these on. I moved up to the judge. No Monstro for this one. All right. I'm highly looking forward to this set. Get this thing. What's the easiest way? Get it there. You got it now, right?
Yeah.
It's wanting to be flipped over. Okay, here I go. Yeah, that teeny little heel rise, even though I went heavier in band, this is a lot easier. I mean, there's a reason Olympic weightlifters use really elevated heels, and it's fine for their sport. It totally makes sense. And that's another thing, like in the Olympic, well, the Olympics, but also just regular marathon running. You see them in cushioned, elevated heels. So people say, oh, so you should, because look, they win. Yeah, it's for performance. It is going to speed you up if you wear a heel. And if you're only interested in setting a new record for yourself or the world, by all means do that. But if you're running just for the exercise, then find the best shoe for you, not just your speed.
But this really gets you.
So do.
It's like all the time.
I'm gonna do one more. Oh. And now I shall rest my laurels. No, rest on my laurels. How you holding up?
Good.
I'd still love a really good harness. I don't know if it still don't exist. I thought quarantine would produce one. I don't know how to sew. I can't make one. Like something nice and sturdy went up over your thing, across your collar, under your armpit, and then you had like a loop here and a loop on the back. Wouldn't that be cool?
And,
You know, ring on the
and then you would hang a weight,
these.
hang that.
Yeah.
That be.
Well, like under your foot. So you can just loop it through. Just, you know, just clip it.
Let's say, yeah, why not like suspenders that just have carabiners and carabiner.
I mean, I looked at like the telephone pole guys, like the things they wear. That's not quite.
And you almost
Right.
you're gonna tackle and seal it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're okay. You are almost thinking of transitioning to be a temporary telephone repairman just for the
That's right.
equipment. Why did you join the team? For this.
For this, yeah.
What? Yeah.
For this, bye. It's I like to do myself. So I have to pay attention to safety day. Still easier. I still have to do a mini tap. So again, we're using yoga blocks. You don't have to go that low. You could set up multiple pillows for Stu's cat, if it'll sit still. I got two more. And I was very crashy by the end. Nordics! Nordics.
Let's do it. No complaining. We get to work out.
We get to work out.
We're gonna be over there.
Nine.
There you go. Close. Close.
Hellos. So, guess what person number 2 gets to do? Well, person number 1 does this. So I'm going to give you these.
I can't even begin to guess. I have no idea. I have no idea. Hold your legs.
Uh, Oh no, we use that now.
Okay.
That was a good find.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. Can you run fetch the kettlebell? Just that. With or without.
Pelvic thrusts.
Yep. But I've got my feet done with these. Actually, I'll leave them on for under there.
Yep.
So, just doing that little tuck. A high rep set of this weird looking exercise, that little pelvic tilt. And my head is very elevated.
Do you want to keep doing that? Maybe
Yeah,
one round of these?
I guess so. So this one might look like nothing at first. And on set number 2, I might add the mini band just to change it up a little bit. But focus first on getting a really good tuck. It's a tuck into a bridge. Okay, and Alice is over there doing Nordics. You see that? Hopefully you're in frame and stuff. I can't see from here.
Oh, no, I'm not, but I will move you.
Okay. So a nice set of 50 or something of this one. Hopefully you've got something to use as weight. It is, it's not a deal breaker to go with nothing, but try to find something. If you have a bag of granite, loose granite, we'll keep that lying around, right?
Whole bunch bags of rice.
Yeah.
Hope they don't open. That'd be such a mess.
Unless they're hungry. And it's cooked rice.
I wouldn't think it's cooked rice.
Now that'd be silly. I feel like it's not as heavy, but it is. It just takes up more space. It's been filled with water. So again, this one feels at first like, well, why is he wasting my time? But you should be getting somewhere with it by now.
This is where you need to be at iron frame. You just have to get rid of your keyboard there.
My what? Oh yeah, I see that. How do I do that? There we go.
Yeah. Get in here. Get in.
How did you do it last time? Shoes are a mistake.
I don't know how to do it this week.
Again, just a little tuck and a tilt. Yeah,
That's it?
it's not at full hip thrust.
Oh.
It's just a little pelvic tilt.
Okay. And so then this is like on.
Yeah, it just sits there.
Okay. And it should be the glutes that start to fire?
Yes, and sort of. You might feel more like inner. You might feel more grummy.
Okay.
Oh. I'm feeling very weak on these today. So I'm going to do this version where you go forward, then you do hinge to pull yourself back. So it's straight, hinge, and back. Try to keep constant tension on the hammies. Shoesies.
Good call.
All right, get somewhere by the end.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Trade. All right, so for my set number 2, I'm going to add a band. Oh, bother.
Oh, Walda. That one who says that.
Oh, bother. All right. Atta girl. Now for this round, you can do kind of like you just did. I don't know if you watched mine. You go straight, and then at that point about, yeah, you do that little thing. Where's my shorts? There it is. Of course, it like hasn't rained all day. It's supposed to.
It's bound to.
So if you're on your second set of this thing that I'm doing, I'm going to have you do a quick superset. Right when you feel like you've hit the wall, maybe you're feeling just bored of it, or you are feeling those buns quite a good bit. I think I've got about 10 more. You're going to separate your knees and go up into a really high bridge and just push the knees in and out. So like so, I'm gonna move the band a little to road up on me. Big bridge, just that. For the laser hair removal, this is latex hair removal. Oh, yeah. Sorry, painting. Ugh. I had so much sweat in my eyes. I need a headband.
There's a band. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm still doing the first thing?
Yeah.
But where's this band when I do that first thing?
There. And then you just still push out as far as you can. Yeah. Changes it a bit.
Yeah. It's like completely different.
bunch. Once you hit the wall, you'll separate your feet and just hold a bridge while you do in, out with the knees. How are we doing on time? 46? Yeah, that sounds about right. That's about right.
Okay. I did so many more of those than you did.
You're right.
So,
Yeah, no
so
rush.
I'm sorry. No, and yet you're like throwing stuff around me, staring at me, making noises.
Yeah.
It seems as if there's so much. Why don't you tell the audience and me what the next thing is going to be?
Okay, so here's the plan.
Okay, so here's the plan.
Here's the plan. Have your slider ready. If you don't have a slider, have a sock and a hardwood floor or a towel. If your balance is quite good, you don't need anything. If your balance is so-so, you need to stand near something. But for the first set, have your right hand be near the thing. So for me, that would mean I'd be over here. I'm going to put the band, the little mini band, under my right foot. That is the load to do my single leg Romanian. But if you want to add to it, which I do, I'm going to add one of the medium bands to my head. And I'm going to be doing a good morning with the Romanian. And I'm also going to up this a little bit. So I've got a slightly heavier mini band. I've got this guy around my upper back, shy of the neck. This is under my foot, as is this. I should have done this over here. Now I gotta walk all weird. Okay, get that back good and flat before you stand up. So, see my neutral spine. Before I begin, I would not start like this. Okay, get like that. And you rise. Okay, so I've got something to grab in case of emergency, but this is just a hip hinge. Now the reason we have the slider, once you hit the wall, I want you to ditch the little band, and if you didn't go with the long band around the head, you don't need to ditch anything. Then ball your foot on the slider to do reverse lunge with the left leg going back. Hi, girl. You have another slide? Yes, you do. Oh, he's got Alice. Okay, that's enough of those for me. And now just some of these. We already kind of did this motion with the king dead. This is just a finisher. We're just doing one set per side. Lord, my bun is burning. Y'all.
That's all it is. It's just
That's all it is. You ready to do it without holding on?
Sometimes I cross my hand, but mostly, yeah. Especially just a second.
Oh, yeah, no rush. No, I need a break.
All right. Woof. That was fun.
Wasn't it?
Actually, it was. I like it. It's hard. Hey, there's the rain.
Yeah, I had to say something.
Okay.
That's right. Okay.
Whew. This is a workout.
I guess. I don't know. I don't know much to compare them to anymore. So no slider yet. Bands go under left foot. Right hand pulls on the band. If you don't have a heavy enough little band, you can take your long, lightest band, double it up, fold it in half. And that can work fine.
Don't let that hold up too much.
I got one more in me. Ugh. One more for me. Hell. This is murder. That work? I never thought to maybe put it that way. Hey guys. I don't want to get up. So, there's many ways to do this. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do a set where we try not to round the low back, and we're going to do a set where we do round the low back. It all works a lot of the same stuff, but you're trying to really fatigue your low back isotonically when you're rounding it. We're trying to target the hips more and the hammies when we keep the back neutral. You can do this with straight legs or bent. You bend your knees, it kind of becomes a different exercise. It's almost like a leg curl, but upside down. I'll just show you what I mean by that one. Picture if my knees are fully bent, Alice would be holding my ankles. And then I would, from here, I would lift myself up, no hands. That's option one. That's like a leg curl. That's kind of in the Nordic family, but different. But I'm gonna do this with legs like so. She's gonna be pushing on me. I'm just gonna lift and lower my toes.
Where do you want the weight?
But just, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, great.
Press it to my feet and right at my knees.
Just shimmy myself a little bit. So you can see, I'm trying not to move my low back At the very top, I squeeze my glutes and kind of push into the arm of the couch. But at the bottom, I'm as arched as I can be, or at least neutral. At the top, squeeze the glutes. If you find these way too easy, you can do single leg. That's a great exercise. We haven't been doing it that much, so I think we're still good with two. Two more.
Good job.
Yeah.
They stayed powerful the entire time through.
Okay.
And I know that was not easy.
Oh. All right, cozy.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I like being able to press my feet into something.
Feel sturdy? You tell me if it's too much or not enough pressure into your calves. So this is obviously an exercise you really need a partner for. That said, you can just do good old back extensions on the floor. You can lie face down, just lift and lower your chest. That's going to at least get you the lower back work. You can stack a bunch of pillows under your hips and be like, if you can anchor your feet sort of in that Nordic setup. But obviously don't do the same motion. You would just sort of lie flat and lift up a little bit. I should show you that instead of just trying to describe it. Good work. So again, this is ham glute. Low back is isometrically working. You were done, right?
Yeah.
All right. Whereas now, I'm going to intentionally round my back. Arm. So, both of these. So I've got extra because I want to be able to be rounded over more. All right. And I'm actually going to have my knees bent. Can you just hold my ankles?
Yep.
Actually, that doesn't. Let me lower them. If you can just anchor them down like before. I thought that would work, but it doesn't play. It kind of works in the gym this setup, at least not at this moment. I could just be too tired. So you got the idea, folks? Now I'm rounding my back on purpose. Four more. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Okay. feel like you're in place.
Me too.
And remember, this one is a rounded back. Yeah, there you go. Really getting our money's worth out of this couch.
It was a really nice couch at one time.
Well, I think it's still nice.
I do too. I do too. It hasn't met its demise.
It's got a lived-in quality to it now.
It's true.
I am fatigued from this workout. Oh, I guess we hit the hour.
Alright,
Instagram ended.
great.
And on that note,
Yeah,
YouTube, it's been fun.
thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye. I don't know if we will see you tomorrow. Boy, my hair really frizzed out this workout. Right, just this workout, you know.